Hello, everyone. This is Thomas Pepin NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin, and let's talk about the NHL. So, today is part 2 of my Building the Perfect NHL Roster series, and in this part, we're going to do a study in order to determine an appropriate roster depth. So, again, this series, we're trying to develop a management strategy for NHL general managers. And then, so in that strategy, they should be considering how many players they should need. And so the two different studies we're going to do today is, taking a look at this question from two perspectives. So the number of players they need based on injuries. So that's going to turn out being probably a minimum. Because if you take the man games lost divided by number of games, that will probably be less than the second study, which is going to be the average number of players used. And I'm also going to do a third thing, which is going to be part of number 2, to determine the range of number of players used on a given roster. So, anyways, so those are the two studies and kind of a third. And that's what we're doing today. So, I've had a bit of a frog in my throat, so sorry for the clearing my throat and coughing and stuff. That's probably going to happen a number of times throughout the video. All right, so just give me a sec to get this organized here. We want this separate, and this. Okay, so we're going to do high level first. Then we're going to do... Oh, there might actually be... Well, technically, I think there's 4 studies. But it's all going to be using the same data. So anyways, it's not going to take any dramatic amount more time. So we'll do big picture 1 and 2 first. Small picture, and then we'll do injuries. Okay, so to start, I will share a screen on this so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and so on. So big picture. What should I do here? By year, I guess. Season, total, center, left wing, right wing, D, goalies. So we'll do goalies will have to be separate and last. So I'm sorry, I guess if you haven't seen before, all of this is always done on the spot. No prep work except for the subject. So you actually get to see me work as I would normally on the fly here. So I have to actually plan because I haven't planned it ahead of time. I have to plan what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So just bear with me as I try to figure things out. So I think the simplest way, so total, if we use NHL.com, it'll tell us automatically number of players in a year. And I do have to remember the number of teams in a given year. So oops. So that's going to tell me that some of this stuff I actually already know, but I mean, it's just keep it simple, make it so you don't have to think. Okay. So 13, 14, there are 30 teams. Then it's going to be 31 and then 32. Okay. And so total number of players that played any number of games was, thankfully it's, if you can see it here at the bottom, 886. So 886 divided by that. I think that's correct, right? And we want this to yeah, 2 decimal points is fine. Let's center all this to make it look pretty. It's basically just, simple stuff. Oh, and I should make this larger so you guys can see it better. I think that'll be good enough. Okay, so we know the total number of players. Thankfully, that's very easy because they do it for us. We want now... I should do that too. Let's do... So I also want forwards because oftentimes players play a number of positions, so I should actually also break it up by that. Okay, so first we'll do centers and total number of centers is 249 divided by 30, and I forgot to do okay, that's good. Then we want left wings equals 172 divided by 30 teams. We want right wings. $161 divided by 30. We want forwards. 582 divided by 30. Then we need defense. So I'm going to do this for all seasons and then get averages. I should have said that. And we're doing it from the most recent lockout. So that gives us 9 seasons. Defense. That is 304. Oops. 304 divided by 30. Goalies will skip. We don't want some. Good. Yeah, and we can work backwards. Defense equals 307 divided by 30. So this is going to be, I guess, a bit tedious maybe to watch. So if you're doing anything, you can keep working on whatever you're doing. And it's probably going to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes till we get the result of this one. Yeah, I mean, maybe keep me in the background, whatever works for you. I should have done right wings, but that's okay. Equals 166 divided by 30. Oh, I did that way. Right wings, 158 divided by 30. Then centers. 251 divided by 30. And we want total is 882. So as you're seeing, I'll try to comment as I go along, but as you're seeing here, it looks like essentially on average teams are using 6 more players than their active roster. It's probably going to be that in the end, but you want to do a larger data set so that you're not you don't want to just assume you want averages and things like that. So I don't think Vegas starts yet. When did they start? 17-18. Let's just highlight that cell so I don't forget. Oh, the other thing, I already commented, but maybe a reason you would want to keep watching even as I'm working on things, is maybe you might see things that I do that could help you working on spreadsheets. I mean, I deal with spreadsheets a lot, so yeah, maybe there might be things that I do that could help you. So mind you, I keep I'm doing the same thing for each year, so to what degree it helps you, I don't know. But there actually, I mean, there's little things here and there that I turn out doing. In any case, the point remains, I might show you something that you don't know, like a shortcut or whatever. So maybe a reason to keep paying attention. Defense. 306 divided by 30. Switch years. And so I was going to do some results in the beginning, but what I thankfully remembered is that some players play a number of years, so it's like, okay, yeah, then you screw up the averages because if they play a number of years, then you divide it by the number of teams and you're actually misrepresenting the number of players, if that makes any sense. Because it actually makes the number of players lower, right? So 155 divided by 30. I could just be typing 30, but whatever, keep it consistent. And the other thing is I could just be typing in the numbers and then reference all the cells, but whatever. That's probably, or it probably would be quicker. But I already started doing it this way, so I'm going to be stubborn and just keep doing it this way. And to go back and change them all wouldn't make sense, so... all skaters. All right, so now remember to do 31. Oops. Teams for this year. 890 divided by 31. Center. This will make it quicker, actually. So I was doing it for 100 cells. That shows me what's the point. I don't need that right now. Alright, so 274 divided by 31. Left wings divided by 31. So as you just saw, I mean, I found a way to do it quicker with the same information, just then I don't have to scroll as much. 584 defense 6 divided by 31 and Kraken start last year, so I don't think I'll need to reference back. Okay, now 2018-19 defenseman 25 divided by 31. Oops. $581 divided by 31. Right wings 33 divided by 31. Left wings 169 divided by 31. Centers 279. $581. Okay, so that's it for that year. Oops. Divided by 31. Centers 291. Left wing 62. Right wing 27. Yeah, I forgot about breaking it down by position, so I thought this was going to be really short of a stream, but I need to break it down by position because it's important to figuring things out, because it's pretty consistent, or it should be at least. Because the total number for left wings and right wings should be essentially the same, but you never know. It's better to do things thoroughly. Oh, the other thing I got to remember is shoot. I'm not going to be able to do it that way. Because I just remembered about shortened seasons. So I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm not messing anything else up, am I? Why is this so much different? Well, I'll double check those anyways. Could have messed something up there. I clearly did. What did I mess up? Did I look at the wrong number? I did. Okay. Look at number of pages rather than number of players. 02. That doesn't seem right either. Oh, that's why. Okay, what's going on here? That's 906. I don't know what I did. Hope I didn't screw anything up there. God, I gotta make sure. Oh, I guess I could have done, because I think it does it as separate. Anyways, too late now. Right, we want defense 325, centers 279, right wings 133, left wings 169, forwards 581. Forwards 580. Left wings 162. Right wings 127. Centers 291. Defense 303. $316. I don't really know what I messed up, but whatever. At least I caught it. I mean, it was kind of obvious because the number was so far off. so I think that's right. So now it's 32. 59. Oh yeah, the other thing is this changes. How do I get the average as the number of teams change? Um, huh. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have done it this way. Because in theory, they would carry more players as the. Wait, no. Would you carry more? No, the average number of players you would carry wouldn't change based on the number of teams. Yeah, no. Then that's relevant. Not relevant. All right. So we want some. Divided by 9 seasons. Okay, so the total average number of players per team is 29.52. The average centerman 9, left wings 5, right wings 4, forwards 19, defense 10. Now we need to do goalies. I want to start at the first year so that it doesn't screw up the rest. Oh, sorry, and I need to go to goalies first. Yeah, so what I could have done is not sum the results and then do the whole number of years, and it would have given me all individually, but it's okay because breaking it down year by year is not a bad thing to see visually. Um, The other thing that's maybe interesting is to consider that some of those were COVID years, and essentially the stats were the same. Just an interesting thought here. So we want 13, 14. We want 5 rows. 97 divided by 30. 92 divided by 30. This is almost already proving a different thing that I'm going to be studying. I won't give it away yet, but yeah, anyways, there's some interesting things here that I think are worth examining further. Okay, now we switch to 31. 95 divided by 31. $93 divided by, 31. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay, and then so the average number of goalies used is 3, which is interesting. Okay, so this was part 1, was it? Give me a sec to double check here. Sorry, well, number 2 in the list, but the first thing I was going to do. So average number of players used by position. I did accomplish that. Oh, the range is what I wanted to figure out as well. How again do I do this? Bear with me, I gotta think about the most efficient way to do the next thing here. Or do I do a range? Because I think this is going to be more complicated. It's a good question. What time am I at now? 40 minutes. So, okay, so what I would have to do is for each year, maybe that's a shortcut. Okay, so this is a shortcut, but it still is going to take time. And I still think it's worthwhile to get the range. So what I thought I would have to do is gather all the spreadsheets, combine them, use some formulas from Excel, but I'll be able to bypass that by using the website. It is gonna, like I said, it's gonna take time, but it's worth it, I think. So we'll start back at 13, 14. We will go back to that. Okay, so we want these. So wait, do I do it over all years? Yeah, I want to get the extremes anyways. That kind of would be useful. Yeah. So low is 3 now. Boston, Buffalo. High is 6. Four, 3, 4, 3. No, that's not going to work. 5, 3, 6, 5, 3. My guess is that it's 2-7, but you don't know until you see, so it's worth checking. See, it's surprising how some teams can only play or have only played only 2 goalies throughout a season, which is crazy. So that means no injuries. Yeah, and then other teams, they play up to 6 so far. Uh, 14, 15. Yeah, it's lucky to only have to use 2 goalies. I don't know how useful this is going to be because, well, at least for goalies, because the range is going to be pretty dramatic compared to the number of players that you have. I think it's going to actually be useful with the other positions, but oops, wrong way. Because, I mean, you're not going to carry 6 goalies. It doesn't make any sense. But still. For the sake of consistency, accuracy, and so on, we will do it. Oh, and I forgot to reshare my screen. Not that you're going to see anything fancy, but why not? Maybe 6. is going to be the maximum of the range. We'll see, I guess, in the end. Starting to second guess if I should do this. Because if I have to do this for each team, each season, yeah, it's just not worth it. Let's abandon ship. Average should be good enough, to be honest. Oops. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to abandon ship on that. We will next go to man games lost to injury. I know this site has been doing it for a while. Database. What does CHIP stand? Cap hit of injured players. Let's see. Well, actually, that makes sense because I can do because this shows us goalies, defense, forwards. Goalies, defense, forwards. How do I do this though? What's the color scheme? Goalie. Three. So wait, so how do I calculate this? It's even worth it. That's another one that's difficult to know if it's worth it. Blue is forwards. 323 divided by 82. It's 4 players. Four players is $27. This one's interesting. Goalies is not going to tell us anything. Defense is red. 206. 206 divided by 82 is 2.5. 2.5 plus 3.9 is 6.4. 6.4 29.4. It's pretty darn close. You'd have to, have substantial injuries. So essentially what I'm trying to figure out here is, so that total number of players that they've lost to injury for forwards is 3.9 plus defense is 2.5. Those are the extremes. And then you compare that to also the maximum here for forwards is 20.59. 20.59 minus 12 regular forwards is 8. So that kind of covers the range of what you could need to use. I think that's good enough. So to be honest, we're going to abandon this portion of the study. It was supposed to be part of it, but it just doesn't seem relevant enough. What is the... Next. So I guess it's probably close enough for ranges, to be honest. So, to be honest, I think that's where we're going to cut it in terms of this study. Yeah. So on average, the total number of players that a team's going to need is between 28.48 and 31.38. The average being 29.52. And then the rest here explains the rest for each position. So, compared to the number of line positions, there's typically 4 centermen, so they usually use, on average, double the number of centermen. One more actually, I should do that too. Yeah, let's do that. Total is usually 12 plus 6 is 18. So we want 18. Centermen are 4, left wing are 4, right wing 4, forwards 12, defense 6, goalies, you could say 1. So equals, we'll do average, minus that. Center. So on average, 11 more players than they technically need, 5 more centers than they technically need, 1 more left wing, almost 1 more right wing, 7 more forwards, 4 more defense, 2 more goalies, and I'm going to actually do 1 more calculation here. Percent diff. Equals this divided by So on average, you need 64% more players than you're supposed to have. 125% more centermen. 39% more left wings. 19% more right wings. 61% more forwards, which all almost fully comes from centermen. 69% more defense, and 214% more goalies. We'll make that 2 actually. So 2 goalies. Whatever. That's fine. So more or less you're going to need how many more defensemen was it? 4. So essentially what we've discovered is how many players on average you need to go deep into your franchise. So you're going to call up probably 4 different defensemen, 7 different forwards, but it's more than that in the end, because that's based on average. You know what? We'll do this too for all these. Okay. How did I calculate that again? Ugh. I need to do even more than I planned. Okay, well, I guess that gives us kind of ranges. So, uh, so minimum you're gonna need. What was it? 10 more players than your starting roster. Between 10 and 14. And then, anyway, so that's kind of all across these cells here. So it answers the questions. I don't really need to talk about them more. We'll just be referencing back to this in the future streams of the series. So really, I don't think I need to talk more about this. More or less what we've discovered is there's a lot of players that you're going to need in excess of what you're supposed to have. So you need to be pretty deep, and especially, well, which one's the biggest? So a lot of centermen. Really, it's about the same though. It seems like centermen kind of fill in the extra position spots for forwards. Yeah, because forwards is more or less the same as defense. You need 70% more forwards than you're supposed to need, and 79% more defense than you're supposed to need. And then goalies you need what was it? So 3 goalies on average play. And then the most was more or less 4. So you kind of need to be 4 goalies deep, it looks like. Huh. Interesting. So anyways, that's kind of the results. Not much more to say. And it's not to draw attention to things any more than that isn't all that useful, because it's more the applications. So you almost need you almost turn out using double the players that you're supposed to use, is kind of the summary of the results here. So and the way that's split up, we kind of saw, but it's more applications that are, rather than kind of dwelling on the results here. So I think that's a good spot to stop. So thanks for tuning in. If you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. Channel homepage will tell you upcoming streams. 2 p.m. Eastern is the expected time daily, except for Sundays. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments. Suggestions, likewise, in the comments. And that's it for today. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't know the subject of tomorrow, but it's going to still continue along this series here with another study or number of studies that I'm going to turn out doing. So see you tomorrow.